Okay, in my last video, I located this form assembly so that this back form is parallel with this. I put some rubber bands on it just to kind of secure the sides to the forms, and I put 4 pieces of tape just to kind of hold the whole thing in place. I'm going to flip it upside down, and I'm just going to make sure that the tops of the forms or the bottoms of the forms are level with the sides. So if you have your chine, right, you can look at it like this and see, gosh, is that level? Yes, it is. And how about this one? I'm kind of looking at it. So I'm sighting, I'm going to lift this up for a second. So I'm looking at it like this, and I'm putting this piece on here, and I'm just making sure that when, let me move this out of the way, when this piece is flat on top of the form, it's also touching at the sides. So that one looks perfect. And up here, this one also looks perfect. It would be a problem if when you're resting on the form itself was higher than the sides. That would be a problem. But this is great. So now I can add my other pieces of tape. Now these other pieces of tape are just going to help keep this in place. So I'm going to slide this guy in here. So I'm just pulling off a little tab of tape that's about, I don't know, 1.5 inches, 1.25 inches long. And it does help to fold it in half a long ways like this and kind of putting it in against the form and against the side of the boat. And I'm trying not to cover the notches at the bottom. So I will show you what I mean. Oops, I just did a bad tear there. So let me grab another one. So I've got this piece, folding it the long way because that gives a little crease in the middle. So I can kind of slide that crease right in here, tape it against the side of the boat, and tape it against the form. And I'm not blocking that little notch there. Okay, so I have one more to go right here. This one's a little bit longer than I need, so I'm going to have a lot poking out the top. So I've got this piece here. I'm just going to go into this corner, tape it up against the form, tape it up against the side. Don't block the little notch. So when you flip it over, you can see the notches don't have any tape in it. Here's a notch, here's a notch, here's a notch, and here's a notch, right? No tape. If there is any tape in the way, like that one had a little piece of tape, just poke it out of the way. So now, no tape. Now, you should be able to remove your rubber bands at this point. The rubber bands were just holding it together with a little bit of pressure so you could tape. So you should be able to get rid of them. Looks like I've captured my rubber band here. So I'm just going to tear that tape so I can get it off. And there is your form assembly installed.